Hey guys, it's day 3 of our COVID Chronicles. So today we want to give you an update on how we're doing and whatnot with the whole COVID situation. We did go yesterday to have our test done. If you haven't seen that video, just go back one video. So today we still haven't got our results back. They said 2 to 3 days, so hopefully either late today or tomorrow we should get our results back. Still hope and pray that it's not the COVID, but honestly, the signs are not that great that we're not. Low-grade fever, not feeling good, loss of appetite, general just blah. We're just not feeling great. If you noticed, my energy level is kind of like a 4 at the moment, where it's normally a little higher. I'm a little bit more energetic. And also, I've only had 1 cup of coffee. So today's subject, I want to talk about me and my past and why I see the world the way that I see it. So first and foremost, I want to put the disclaimer out there. I had a great family growing up. My mother, super supportive and always loving. My stepdad and I never got along, still don't to the day even. We don't get along. Just do not see the world the same way at all. So this does not reflect any way of either one of them, honestly. So when I was very young, I had an ear problem. I did not know it. The world to me, I guess, sounded fine. I'm talking, I was probably 6, 7, maybe a little younger. I'm not real sure. Like I said, I don't remember it. I remember some of the process. But anyways, because my uncle had brought it up to my mom on the way I was reacting or saying stuff, she went ahead and pursued that and spoke to a doctor. They ended up doing surgery on my ear, which corrected my hearing. But the problem is, at that age, your speech pattern is already set. So I had to be retaught how to speak. Quite frankly, I guess just the way I was hearing things and the way I was repeating things were not correct. Again, I was very young, so I don't remember most of that. I do remember being strapped to a table and them doing surgery on my ear, but they did fix the problem, so I guess that all things worked out. So I had to be retaught. So when I was being retaught, I was taught at home by my mom mainly, and at school by an older woman. So they were teaching me speech patterns and how to correctly say things. I still get it wrong. But anyway, so through that process, it worked out pretty well. Problem lies is when you're that young and the only speech pattern that you're really getting is from a female perspective. A lot of your speech, or my speech, sounded more feminine than masculine, which wasn't a big deal until in my later years. 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. It was kind of a tough time for me. It was a real tough time. I went through some very severe depression. Honestly, I don't even know if my mom ever knew. Look, my eyes are watering. I honestly don't even know if my mom even knew about it. I hid it pretty well. Y'all, I might have to stop. Sorry guys, don't want to dwell there very long, but through that I learned a lot. From being bullied at school, constant name calling, and all the stuff that goes along with a man that sounds more feminine. You learn a lot, and I did. One of the things I learned is that God loves me. I really am trying to get through this. This is not a story I typically tell very often. For one, this. I know Roxy's never heard this story, and she probably will see it after this. But anyways, so through that whole process of being bullied and just all the negative stuff that comes, not only the direct physical, but all the mental stuff that goes along with it, it also doesn't really help that I'm not a super masculine man. I typically don't like sports. I don't like all your typical masculine things. So all those things really didn't help at all. Like I said, I went through some severe depression when I was really young. And I had to make a choice one day. And in that choice, God spoke to me, spoke to my heart. I mean, it wasn't like a big cloud appeared and all of a sudden I heard a big voice. It was a soft, gentle voice that said, I love you. No matter if the whole world hates you, I love you. And from that day forward, quite honestly, I knew no matter what happened, that God loved me. That, man, this video is going to be hard to edit. I knew from that moment forward that God loved me. No matter what happened, no matter what the world said, no matter what people thought about me, I could rest in the fact that I knew that God loved me. Now, over the course of many years, it took a long time to get here, but I accepted who I am, that what you see is what you get. I'm a very honest and open person. I try, like I said, this video is going to be very hard to edit. I try very hard to love people unconditionally. That some people make that very hard. And no matter what happens in life, I know God's got me, and because He loves me. Now, I have not always been the nicest person. For many years, I was very sarcastic, very loud, very obnoxious. I didn't act like a Christian. I didn't look like a Christian for the most part, but I was also one of those people that ran around, doing all that stuff, saying I am a Christian. But God loved me. He loved me enough to know that I needed other stuff worked out prior to that. And over the course of years, I've grown forward with God. God has never left me. And you'll hear some on Ruby's testimony and other things that God's been extremely faithful to me and my family and just loving us. I want you to know that no matter what you're facing, no matter, God, I don't like being emotional. So I want you to know, no matter what you're facing, God loves you too. Seek out God, His Word, find a Bible. There's no excuse anymore. There's Bible apps, there's different versions, there's audio Bibles, there's sermons online. There's no reason why you can't search out God. God's searching for you. And God loves you where you're at, but He loves you too much to leave you where you are. I do want to talk about a couple other things. As y'all have seen, I do have a couple tattoos. You can call it a midlife crisis. You can call it what you will, but at the age of 40, I decided to get a tattoo, which led to 4 tattoos total within like 6 months. I'm sure you've seen bits and pieces of them as we're talking and as we're doing different things. The first one that I ever got is my favorite. I do work in a factory, so because I work in a factory, particularly they don't like jewelry, so I did replace my wedding band with a tattoo. This tattoo is extremely important to me and very symbolic. So in my marriage and in our little 3 of us, there's a lot of 7s. Our real last name equals 7 letters. I was born in 77. Roxy was born in 07. Ruby was born in 70. And just 7 seems to follow us. Well, 7 in the realm of the biblical world 7 is the number of completion. 7's God's perfect number. And I don't know why, but our whole life, 7 just kind of swirls around us all the time. So I do want to show y'all a close-up of the tattoo. So my tattoo is 3 7s, all intertwined. So it's the 3 of us, me, Ruby, Roxy. So it's 3 of us in my wedding band area. 3 is also the Trinity. 3 symbolizes all kinds of other things, but it's all 3 of us. It's 3 7s, like I said, intertwined to each other. It's also an arrow pointing forward, which means always move forward. My second tattoo that I got, I actually got on the same day, is this one. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little awkward, but I got it because I didn't know what it meant. I got it because I wanted people to ask about it. I got it because once I found out the meaning, I absolutely loved it. This is, God is greater than the highs and lows, which is right here on my forearm, so I see it quite often. It reminds me actually quite a bit that no pandemic, no bills, no life or death can separate me from the love of God, that He loves me much more, and that He is much more than the highs and lows of this life. My third tattoo was this lion. So what I wanted was a family crest. I had looked up our last name, and our last name's a very common last name. So whenever I looked it up, there is 150 different versions of that. And as far as my real dad, I don't have a clue where he is or who, their family crest and that kind of stuff. So I got to thinking, okay, what if God had a family crest? What would it look like? So me and the tattoo artist kind of snowballed this idea. It started out extremely simple, and then he really, really, really outdid himself. Like I said, so it's a lion, all within a crest, and there's a crown above them, and just a bunch of filigree. So that's my take on a family crest, of what it would look like if God had a family crest. My fourth and final tattoo, which I love the tattoo, hate the placement, just because it hurt. I actually really like the placement. Let me see if I can't move this microphone. It's going to be loud. Sorry. Alright, so my final tattoo is tattooed directly for Roxy. Roxy's my little honeybee, or our little honeybee. She is sweet and kind, and so it's a bee, and Roxy's real name starts with a B, so there's a B in the B. So I told the tattoo artist, which the same tattoo artist did all of mine, I had told the tattoo artist that I wanted a honeybee for my chest, but nothing cartoony, nothing, I didn't want the honeycomb, or not honeycomb, Cheerios. I didn't want the Cheerio bee on me or something like that. So he hand drew this. Every so often you'll see a t-shirt or something. I actually have it printed up on a couple of t-shirts of mine. And Roxy actually has the original sketch in her bedroom. All of these are very, very important to me and daily reminders. Roxy is over my heart. Christ for me, and knowing that no matter what happens, He's better, He's more than whatever the highs or the lows of that day, and also moving forward. So that's it for me today. I've been rambling, I've cried, I've had a fairly good chat. I feel better about it. Editing this thing's going to be a nightmare. I'm just letting you know. Hopefully it turns out well. I hope y'all have a great day. Like I said, I will upload as soon as we find out what our results are. And hopefully life can get back to normal around here, whatever you want to call normal. Before I sign off, I just want to tell y'all, if you don't know Christ, seek Him. It's the best decision I ever made my entire life. Zero regrets. Not because of anything He's done for me or anything He could do for me. It's just the fact that He loves me. And no matter what I face, God's always there for me. And He has never, ever left me or forsaked me. And there's a lot of reasons I've given Him to do that. Anyways, guys, y'all have a great day. Yeah, I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe or anything. Y'all just have a great day. Bye.